For pleasure is a state of soul, and to each man that which he is said to be a lover of is pleasant. Consider pleasures as they depart, not as they come. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Temperance is a mean with regard to pleasures. True happiness comes from gaining insight and growing into your best possible self. Otherwise, all you're having is immediate gratification pleasure, which is fleeting and doesn't grow you as a person. The most beautiful colors laid on at random give less pleasure than a black and white drawing. Leisure of itself gives pleasure and happiness and enjoyment of life, which are experienced not by the busy man, but by those who have leisure. To learn is a natural pleasure, not confined to philosophers, but common to all men. Pleasure causes us to do base actions, and pain causes us to abstain from doing noble actions. The pleasures arising from thinking and learning will make us think and learn all the more. Where perception is, there also are pain and pleasure, and where these are, there, of necessity, is desire. When pleasure is at the bar, the jury is not impartial. The aim of the wise is to not secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The most beautiful colors, laid on confusedly, will not give as much pleasure as the chalk outline of a portrait. He who takes his fill of every pleasure becomes depraved, while he who avoids all pleasures alike becomes insensible. The majority of mankind would seem to be beguiled into error by pleasure which, not being really a good, yet seems to be so that they indiscriminately choose as good whatsoever gives them pleasure, while they avoid all pain alike as evil. The greatest of all pleasures is the pleasure of learning. Bad people are in conflict with themselves. They desire one thing and will another, like the incontinent who choose harmful pleasures instead of what they themselves believe to be good. Happiness, whether consisting in pleasure or virtue or both, is more often found with those who are highly cultivated in their minds and in their character, and have only a moderate share of external goods, than among those who possess external goods to a useless extent but are deficient in higher qualities. To learn gives the liveliest pleasure, not only to philosophers but to men in general. In painting, the most brilliant colors, spread at random and without design, will give far less pleasure than the simplest outline of a figure.